Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UppTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UppTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you are new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
Click New. Continue in Process Builder. Just give some meaningful name. Change cases to closed. My aim is to turn status of cases to closed. Select Record Changes here. Record changes means I am doing update or create on a particular object. And as a result of that, I want results somewhere else. Other two. Most of the time we go with record changes. If one process is calling second process builder, then I'll go with invoke by another process. But mostly we go with record changes. Click Save. Just select the object on which object my action is there. On patient detail. Oh, patient detail is I am doing action on patient detail. And as a result of that, I want action on case. Change case to closed. What is the criteria that when I want case to be changed to closed when the patient is inactive? Inactive, search for status. Inactive. Click Save. If this is happening, I want case to be updated. Cases child record. I want to update that. Which action I will be going with? Update record. I need to update the record as an action. I need to update the code. Update cases. Click here. Here we have two options. Either I can update the same record of patient or I can update the child or parent of patient. Which option I will be going with? The second one. Second one exactly. Search for cases. And I will be updating status of cases. You have to define what update you need to do on case. I need to update the status to closed. Just click Save and activate. Process Builder is ready. Let me walk you through again. First, we define the object. Our object is station detail. I want Process Builder to fire on both. On created and edited both. After that, I define the criteria that if status is inactive, then I want Process Builder to evaluate the criteria. After that, if the criteria is being met, I want it to update the cases. Let's go to a patient record. Let's see, this is a patient Sumit. 1062 is the case. Status is new. Currently, it is already inactive. Let me make it active. And then I will make it inactive. Let's say this patient is active now. And this case is in status new. But what I need to check is that if I am making this patient inactive, whether the cases are being changed to closed or not. Let me turn it to inactive. Click Save. Let's go to case. Case is closed. If you can see just now, case is closed. That means Process Builder is working perfectly fine. That was our first requirement. We cannot do such requirements with the help of Process Builder. Second requirement is, if I am creating a patient, I want a child appointment to be created automatically. I am creating a patient. As a result of that, I want to create a child appointment to be created automatically. Let's see how to do that. I am creating a patient. As a result of that, I want to create an appointment. It would be create an appointment. Record changes. Object would be, which object would be? Patient, patient detail. I want that whenever I am creating a patient, I want appointment to be created. It would be created or updated. It would be created. Because it is explicitly mentioned that whenever I am creating a patient, I want the appointment to be created. Here, I don't have any criteria. If you remember, in workflow, we had that true tweak that we had. That was not a user-friendly solution. But here, if I mention no criteria, let's go with name no criteria. I have an option, no criteria. Just everything in action. And what's my action? I want to create an appointment. Create a record. Action should be create. Appoint. I want to create appointment. I need to set the value of appointment. Value of all the fields. What should be the name? Let's provide a hard coding string here, that new appointment. It would be the name of, and I need to define that. Who is the parent of this appointment? If I let me open up appointment very quickly. Appointment detail. There we should have a patient. Without providing patient, I cannot create appointment. Front. In front it is showing the name, but behind the scene in this field, what is get stored? The ID of this patient, this ID. This ID is getting stored in the appointment while creating an appointment. In the front end, this name will be shown, but in the back end, behind the scene, this ID will be stored. This ID from the patient getting my point. Let me open a patient. This is the ID of patient. From front end, while creating an appointment, you will find out the name, but in the back end, this ID will be stored. While creating a record from Patient Process Builder, I need to define who will be the parent patient of this appointment. I need to provide the value from field reference. From field reference, go to find a field. I need to define patient detail, ID. Record ID choose. The patient which is getting created, I'll be fetching the ID of that. I will be providing as a reference that for this particular patient, I need to create an appointment with the name new appointment. But this part is very important. You are clear that why I am providing this ID because we have to fetch that particular patient for whom we are creating an appointment. Exactly. It is activated. Let's create a patient very quickly. Let me create a patient. Test patient. Status is active. Source is referral. Let me click on save. We are creating a patient. Destroying the error. Create appointment. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. This is the appointment. Oh, I selected the wrong. I need to select appointment detail. Appointment detail is child or patient detail. You chose the wrong object. Wrong object. Test appointment. Activate. Conf. Let's get back. Now it should work. Patient is created. If the process doesn't work, it will not even let us create a patient, new patient. It, that's the drawback. If a process will be respiring on creation and it is failed, it will not allow you to complete to your operation itself. That is how we are done with our two requirements. One is if patient becomes, did we check if the appointment is created? If you can go here, appointment is created. Let's do one thing like let's do it till here only. I want you to practice and go through that. Does anyone want to just resume because it was a long gap in between? Please start practicing again from your side if you are feeling better. I'm much better. Please practice these two requirements. One was to create the appointment. Second was to update our child cases. We'll start with other two scenarios from tomorrow. I don't want to rush, no rush. Please practice these two scenarios. Let's connect tomorrow same time. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.